Hey
Hey,
everybody, how we doing?
we are live.
Yes, we are. We're live and
Come
kicking.
on closer, Captain Rickster.
I'll get as close as I can.
Hello from the
It's
baby.
close enough.
Don't get too close to me. Get
All
away.
right. Yeah. Get away.
Disgusting guy.
Look who's talking about these stuff.
What froze? What froze? Virginia said something froze. What froze?
What froze, Virginia?
Are we live? Can anybody see us?
We're here.
We're trying to be here. Well, go ahead and talk about how... Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Oh, yes. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
By the way.
Thanksgiving was actually great. We had a lot of fun.
Yes.
We didn't do anything, but I watched a lot of football. That was pretty cool.
What games did you watch?
Let's see. I watched the Washington game, and I also watched the Dallas game.
Okay.
2 games that were on, so that was pretty cool. Dallas lost. Yay.
Yay.
Uh-huh.
Who did you vote for?
Who were the team that beat them?
You don't remember already, huh?
No, I know Washington Redskins won too, so that was also great.
So you won both games? I won both games,
I won both games, yeah. Won both games this week, just on this Thanksgiving, so somebody was looking out for me, which is pretty cool.
Cool.
Great. We had a great week. We did a lot of good things. I did find some a little bit of sci-fi news, but he probably has more than me, as usual.
Well, come on.
Oh,
Sometimes you know more than me.
Sometimes, but not always.
Okay.
Just a little
What'd you find out? Tell everybody.
I found out WandaVision is coming on January 15th, 2021.
Cool.
Which is going to be good. And I also hear, it might still be a rumor, but Godzilla vs. King Kong might be coming streaming sometime soon. Just like Wonder Woman's going to go streaming at Christmas with everybody through HBO Max.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman's going to be coming out. Hey, Dave Staggs.
Hey, Dave. How you doing, Dave?
I did hear that Wonder Woman is coming out for sure in the movie theaters and also on HBO Max.
Right.
Yeah.
December 25th, Christmas Day.
Right.
Since a lot of the movie theaters are closed, that's the reason why they're doing both, because people can't come up. Now Netflix offered $200 million for Godzilla vs. King Kong, so we have to wait and they were turned down by Warner Brothers, since Warner Brothers puts them out.
Dave said that he doesn't have movie theaters are not open, and he lives in Albuquerque.
Right.
And he also says that he can't get HBO Max. That stinks. You're not
really
going to be able to see it at
does,
all. That's terrible, Dave.
Yeah, really.
That's horrible.
That's not good.
Yeah. I'm just, while Captain Rickster was talking, I was busy posting stuff on social media.
Yep.
I'm sure Virginia's doing that as well. But I was on the iPad posting stuff.
Yeah,
There's
that's
just
what
some
it is, though.
videos playing right now. I don't know what this video is. It's not my video.
No, it's not ours, so who cares? It was commercial.
But happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope everybody's
really
had a blessed holiday.
And a safe holiday.
Right.
Hope that people didn't travel too far to visit family and friends. And hope they kept it down to a very good minimum of people who were there.
Yeah, guys, this is getting very serious.
Ridiculous.
You guys,
That's seriously ridiculous. All
yeah,
at the same time.
no. You guys gotta wear your mask.
Yep, always.
Okay, when you're out in
Always
public.
wear your mask.
More than just that, do not touch anything. If you touch anything, have a tissue or something so you're not touching anything, or gloves.
Right.
Okay.
Because you can get it two different ways.
Well, there's there's been rumors about how this COVID, and I don't want this whole show to be about COVID because you guys are here to talk about funner things.
Other things.
Yeah, but let's just say, there was rumors before that it was getting spread through gas pumps. So a lot of people touching gas pumps. There was all kinds of rumors. Gas stations is a big part of the spread. So don't even touch gas pumps or wear gloves.
Wear gloves
if you
all
can.
the time if you can. I mean, they're cheap enough you can go buy them at the grocery store. They're not that expensive. They're actually pretty low in price.
Yeah.
So.
And we also wanted to give our sincere condolences to Virginia, who unfortunately lost her father to COVID.
Right.
We were praying, all of us were praying, Virginia, but God had other plans for Francisco.
That's right.
So at least he's in a better place, and he's there to watch over you and Devaney and his wife. So, yeah. That's a good idea, Dave, to try to just buy things online.
Yeah.
I mean, it's if you're just safe and just do a couple rules, and not that any advice I'm going to give you should stick with you and isn't the right advice, because
true.
I don't know for sure, but even if you go to the grocery store or you go out, period, here's what I do. Anytime I go into any place, I put these gloves on.
Mm-hmm.
Rick's seen me do it.
Yep.
They're vinyl plastic gloves. You could get them at Home Depot. Is a good place to get them. And I put those on every time I go into a store or come out of a store. Every time I get in my car, I have the spray and I spray my hands.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I go into a building, whether it's our office, our new office, or it's home, every time I go into a building, I wash my hands.
Oh,
I said wash.
Yes.
Wash.
Wash.
My Midwest accent.
You're thinking Midwest or something or what?
I'm from Cali and I still have that accent. Thanks, Pops.
Yeah, I know.
My dad gave me that accent. But that would be my only advice. Anytime you go in and out of a building, wash your hands with soap and water. You know how they say wash your hands, sing happy birthday, or whatever song you want to sing.
Right.
Also try to wear gloves.
Wherever you go. I also heard.
And yeah, Rickster, the gloves go on your hands, not your nose.
How do you know? Anyway, I heard also too that Black Friday, which was yesterday, a lot of people did online shopping instead of going to the mall.
That's what Dave was
and
saying.
Everything else, so
Go do.
which is actually good.
Yeah.
It saves the spread. We gotta stop it somehow.
Well, it's not going to be much longer. I think we're going to be dealing with this probably another year and a half tops before we all get that vaccine. It's unfortunate that we've lost some loved ones and people we know's loved ones in the case.
Do you know that there's a 3-week lockdown again, right? Here in LA County.
I didn't know that, no.
Yep, they're doing 3 weeks.
Not surprising.
Yep, the 30th of November to December 20th.
Right. So, anyway, enough of the COVID, but look what I'm wearing. You probably can't even see it, but it says Star Wars Celebration Anaheim 2020.
Yep.
You probably can't read it from that far away, but right here, Star Wars Celebration 2020. It didn't happen, guys. So I'm wearing this pin is very valuable, and I also got this beautiful poster. It has Darth Vader on the poster, and it says Star Wars Celebration 2020 Anaheim. So I'm gonna frame that one in our office. Rickster and I were talking about it, so you'll probably see it behind us. Today we're over at my place again.
We're at the other studio today.
at my home. But yeah, thank you for asking, Virginia. I need to check on my uncle. I haven't checked on him. I know that they were trying to prepare everybody because he is 85, even older than your father and my dad. So, and it's the last uncle and aunt that I have from my mother's side of the family. So, I wanted to. You like the home studio better, Virginia says.
Okay.
Well, it's true. I do have more stuff.
More stuff here, yeah.
But you're gonna like the newer one because we. Have you guys won anything recently? And no, I haven't had a chance to do that. And thank you for bringing it up so we could talk about our sponsors, Dave.
Yes.
But yeah. The new studio, by the way, we're going to be back in the new studio, but it's looking a lot like this behind us now. So, well, it is more colorful, Virginia, but we've been working on it. So the next time you see us in the studio at our office, you're going to like that one too, because it looks way different than even the last time we were there. Dave, I haven't been. I've been so busy this Thanksgiving weekend that I haven't had a chance to get up there on Order 66. But let's talk about it since I'm wearing an Order 66 shirt.
So am I.
So is he. All for Sci-Fi is sponsored by Order 66 Toys. We love you guys out there. Order 66 Toys. Jeff, Josh, Heather, Tim, Mikey. Of course, can't forget Bobby, who was cheating on Veers. We understand.
Yep.
And. Okay. Yeah, that's nice to hear that she's watching it. She said Devaney was watching the Ewok movies.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's nice.
Good. I guess she likes them.
Yeah, so we want to, if you have not heard of Order 66 Toys, they're the nation's largest Star Wars only toy store. They're outside of Dallas, Texas. So if you're ever in the Dallas area, stop on by Order 66 Toys and give them a visit. Or go on Facebook and on YouTube and find Order 66 Toys. and follow them and like them, because every Friday night they have the best Friday Night Live sales.
Yes, they do.
So yeah.
Hey, oh, don't forget the store and best. Don't forget the best.
Oh, and they have another store called the Best
Yeah.
Car Store, which is for the higher end collectible market,
That's
where they
Jeff's-
have a lot of the.
That's where Jeff's at.
That's where Jeff's at now. He's at the Best Car Store, and that's the
Uh-huh.
higher end collectibles, the bigger, the hot toys and the sideshow stuff, and
Right, and also the older,
Vintage.
more vintage toys are there too.
right,
More rare vintage toys, I should say.
right. I got a question here, and this might be a little. I think it's kind of been controversial in the Star Wars community. But what do you guys think about this? Do you guys like this?
The new Stormtroopers.
The holiday editions?
Yep.
Virginia says Veers is going to show up to the wedding and break Bobby and his girlfriend up.
I don't think so.
So what do you guys think about this? Are you guys down with these holiday edition Stormtroopers? Do you like them or not? Or do you hate them? My take on this is, I haven't decided if I hate them yet, but I can tell you George Lucas wouldn't approve this.
That's true.
He would not have allowed this.
No.
Disney, he would not. George Lucas would not allow this.
No. But Disney, since you're putting 6-inch figures out, why don't you put out the
Yeah.
Ewok toys?
Oh,
also?
the Ewok, the Caravan of Courage toys.
Yeah, you should bring
put
them
out a
out,
Mace
too.
figure or a Noah from
Yeah.
Wilford Brimley's character, or Teak. Well,
Yeah.
Teak came out.
Teak came out, yeah.
Because Teak was in Star Tours.
That's right.
So Teak actually has their own figure.
They
Yeah,
needed-
put out some
they needed-
Ewok
they needed the
Adventure and
Ewok
and
stuff.
Battle for Endor ones. Yeah, that'd be great.
Here's the original Mace right here, people. And look at they're not even offering him to go on Mando or anything.
That's okay, guys.
You know, hey,
It's all
this
right.
guy.
I'm not acting anymore, but if they actually, hey, if you guys, if anybody at Lucasfilm actually ever sees this somehow, if Dave Filoni or Jon Favreau sees this, I'm not acting. I retired from acting, but I would come back if they gave me a small part. If you guys offer me a small part, I would do it. I would love to be a stormtrooper.
Oh, I know you would be.
Any part would be great. Even some alien character.
Yeah, anybody who's watching the show should put up a petition.
You know
to
that
get back on there.
that character. What's that one that's back on Mando this season? Menthol.
Menthol.
Yeah,
Menthol.
I would love to be a character like that. Has
Yeah.
all that makeup, because I'm patient and I could sit there and have Brian Sipe put all that makeup on. I have the patience for it. So Brian, if you ever see this and want to invite me out and put makeup on this this interesting face.
I can play Jabba the Hutt for you.
Well, you do kind of look like Jabba the Butt.
Well,
I mean, Hutt.
I was in the end. I was in the end.
You
part
were
of
in the end part of it,
I was in the
right?
end part of him anyway. So
Yeah,
it makes a difference.
you and Edmonds.
Yeah, Edmonds. Me and him, Edmonds were together.
Yeah, the little person was in there, right?
Yeah, he was in the front. I was in the back.
No, he was in the back. He was the tail. That's why I said that.
Oh, that's right. Well, I was in the middle actually. I was the fat part. I was laying there lounging like a fat person. Well, I am fat. What are you talking about?
Jedi.
And he was in the front. He was speaking like him.
Your mind games don't work on me, Jedi. Hey,
yeah?
we got a lot to talk about today. We're going to talk about Mandalorian. Woo!
Ooh, yeah.
Mandalorian, we're going to talk about since we weren't here last week, we're going to talk about the latest episode, which is Chapter 13, The Jedi, and then Chapter 12. So we're going to talk about both of them.
Mm-hmm. We're all
No, it's not true. No.
What?
He just asked a question. I just answered it. So you have to go back and look later.
Oh, really?
Okay, so anyway, and we're also going to talk about Star Trek Discovery.
The last
The
two.
latest episodes. Wow. Both
What
the
is it,
Star
3 and
Trek.
4?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Rick,
Oh, yeah. Both of them are good.
the last 2 episodes, The Mandalorian and Star Trek, we are living in times where they're making really good shows,
Of course
guys.
they are. Yes.
And I'm the glass half full kind of guy, but even Dave would probably say that this season of Mandalorian's good.
Oh, yes. You
So-
can say even this season of Discovery's good.
Yeah, he's a Star Trek fan too. You would like Discovery this
Yeah.
season for sure. It's kind of changing things up a little bit, but that's okay.
It's getting more
Sometimes.
interesting.
It's
Both
it's
of them
good
are
for
actually,
change.
Both of them are actually getting more interesting.
That's true. Hi, Mike. Mike Delatorre
Hey, Mike,
just
how
joined
you
us. How
doing?
you guys doing? Happy Thanksgiving to you, Mike, and
Yep.
your family. I
Yep.
hope you guys all had a great turkey day. Who had turkey on Thanksgiving?
And who had leftovers?
Yeah. Who had it? I made a turkey. I actually did it myself this year. I brined it and everything, and I gave Captain Rickster somebody. What'd you think, Captain?
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
Great. Only thing he left out was the stuffing.
Well, I forgot to bring the stuffing. I thought he didn't like stuffing.
I'm a stuffing man.
Well, you
That's
could
why
tell.
I'm so stuffed.
Yeah. You could tell he's Mr. Stuffing.
But I had a good Thanksgiving too. I went out and I bought me a Thanksgiving dinner.
Yes.
And I went back and at home and I ate it.
Yeah.
And watched, like I said, I watched football all day, so it was pretty cool. And I also turned on the Food Channel, it even made me more hungry. So actually, it was a good Thanksgiving day. Rest, did a lot of rest. Actually, I went back to the shop and I did some cleaning and all that stuff. And then I went and got my lunch, and then I never ate anything. I didn't eat dinner because I was so stuffed until I went to bed that night.
Yeah. Dave, I agree with what you just said about Star Trek. I agree with you about that. The first season is part of second season. They were overdoing it with their political correctness on Discovery.
Very true.
And I didn't like it. I don't think a TV show has to push that in your face so much. People could do whatever they want. They could love whoever they want. It's what they're doing in their lives between them and God. But and I don't judge anybody. But you don't need to push it in people's face all the time.
Especially like CNN does.
Yeah, you don't have to do that, guys. But Dave, what's in the bedroom needs to stay in the bedroom. I agree with you on that. And Gene Roddenberry wouldn't have allowed all that. A kiss here is fine, but he wouldn't have allowed all that stuff to go on. No. But this season, Dave, they're not doing that. They're not getting into all that let's be politically correct thing and have the token this person or that person type of agenda. Actually, this season they're not doing that at all.
No, they haven't.
Which is good.
Which is really good, yes.
It's okay to break barriers and stuff like that, but don't throw it in our face all the time.
Oh, true, yes.
Yeah, true. They're not doing that this year. There's not been, I haven't seen one gay couple kiss or anything like that this season at all. It's not about all that.
No, it's not. There has been some kisses, but it was a...
well, this last episode only. Michael Burnham has a love interest this season.
Yeah.
And they kind of joked about it, and she kept denying it, but now it's happening.
Now it's happening. Yeah.
And that happened a little bit on this last episode, but it's not in your face like that.
Right. Oh yeah. It was just a simple kiss. It was nothing serious. They were lip lock and everything, all that stuff. So.
Yeah, no, Mike, if you're watching this, Mike, I saw your mom on the Mandalorian episode, and she just did a fabulous job.
Yes, she did.
Mike's mother played the one that Ahsoka Tano was trying to get the information from.
Oh,
the magistrate.
Magistrate.
Yeah,
yes,
so
yes.
His mother played that role.
Oh,
She
really?
did a great job.
She did a great job on that one. True. Yes.
So, okay, let's, what else do we got to say? What's else is going on this week? Well, let's talk about the giveaway. Today, we got more news, sure.
Okay.
We just talked about Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman for sure is coming out. And you said which other?
Well, we have WandaVision coming out in January.
It's coming out in January.
On the 15th. And we don't know for sure yet if King Kong versus Godzilla is going to come out streaming, or if it's going to be in the movies and streaming too. The same thing, just like if they're going to do Wonder Woman.
Right.
It's up in the air at the moment, but Warner Brothers did turn down Netflix for buying the whole thing out. So.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
$200 million.
That's not enough money.
That's not enough money for that.
Nope.
No.
Today's giveaway for the All for Sci-Fi Trivia is this bad boy.
Ooh, yeah.
It is the Hot Wheels.
Mm-hmm.
It's Darth Maul on his speeder.
Yep.
So this is today's giveaway for the trivia. So we're gonna probably something we talk about during the show. We're gonna ask you a question at the end of this show, and the person that gets it right could win this free trivia prize to be sent to you. If nobody guesses it right, then nobody gets it. We'll roll it over. Yep. Dave, I know I'm still sending you that pin, by the way.
Yes.
And also, if you're watching Keegan, I mailed your Monopoly, your Baby Yoda Monopoly, to you on Friday. So it's on its way as well. So this is for today's trivia prize.
Hope you'll get it next week.
So yeah, no, you'll definitely get that next week.
Yeah. And enjoy. It's really gonna be fun to play.
Yeah, this is gonna be pretty cool. So this is gonna be today's giveaway.
Yep.
So what else happened this week news wise? What else do we know is going on?
Doctor Strange Part 2 is starting to be filmed right now.
They did start filming that.
Yes, they did. They
Yes.
just started filming Doctor Strange. Jeez, I can't even talk today.
The Mind Madness or
Mind
something
Madness,
like
number two, yes.
Yeah, just know it's number 2, Doctor Strange.
Also, I noticed they also do an Aquaman 2 also right now.
Oh, they're doing Aquaman too.
They're filming it too. They're trying to get Amanda Beard. Can I say her last name?
Amanda Beard?
Amanda Beard, something
Beard?
like that. Anyway, they're trying. They 1,500. If they got 1.5.
Amber
million-
Heard.
Heard. That's it.
Yes.
They got 1.5
He's saying
million
that they
signatures.
fire. He thinks that they're going to fire Amber Heard. Well, speaking about that about controversy, look at what's been going on with our girl Cara Dune.
Yeah. Look what happened to Johnny Depp.
Right.
Also,
Johnny
his wife,
Depp or Depp?
Depp. I mean, she's Johnny Depp. Look what his wife did to him.
Yeah.
He's no longer doing Fantastic Beast number 3. He's not no longer doing Pirates of the Caribbean either.
Well, I keep telling people, keep your political views and all that other stuff, make it your own business. Like Dave said earlier about keeping certain things in the bedroom. I
Yes.
believe in that too. We don't
I
need
do
to see
too also,
everything.
yeah.
You could hint at it and then do a fade away, and then we all know what happened in the bedroom. And I agree with you, Dave. You don't always have to show everything. And I believe everything. And politically too, guys, just keep your stuff. If you don't just keep it to yourself. You know, you heard what she did you?
Yeah, I heard what she did.
Yeah. So I mean, she's
just all those lies against
she's
him.
just ruining her career.
They ruined it. She ruined his career.
I'm not talking about Johnny Depp. I'm talking about Cara Dune.
Oh, Cara Dune. Yeah, she ruined her own. She's ruining her own thing right now.
I'm talking about all her talking and all the smack stuff that she was saying on her Twitter account. So that's not good. Come on, man. You're on a hit show and then you're gonna blow it.
Yeah, really.
So I noticed that when I go to Target, guess what figure I see there?
Yeah,
all of
her. Carl
no
Dune.
one's buying
They're
that
buying
Cara Dune, the credit ones.
Yeah.
I see the like 50 of them there all the time. Every time I go to Target, I always see that one.
Yeah.
No one wants her
No one else
anymore
wants it.
because they're mad at her.
Yeah.
So they should serve a good purpose. Like I say, we don't try to get political here, and we shouldn't. This is about sci-fi.
You should learn what happened to Megan Fox when she was doing Transformers.
The thing,
Why do you think she got fired
That's
from?
the same, yeah.
Never played another one in there anymore either. So she should stay home and raise babies.
Yeah, no, I saw that little clip that where the person had a watch on and jeans and stuff, and they said that was a behind-the-scenes stormtrooper or whatever.
Yeah,
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Someone froze it. They made a mistake. Hey, mistakes happen, guys. It's just part of. Yeah, it's just. I'm sure that person's getting fired. Whoever missed that one,
No,
right?
Really? Yeah.
So yeah, that's this last couple weeks has been really cool.
Yes, it has been.
Oh, they cleared it up. The jeans guy was deleted. Well, they should be able to do that. That's not that hard to do. Speaking of that, if they ever get a chance to re-release the Caravan of Courage, the Ewok movie,
Right.
on if they release that on Blu-ray or again on petition on Disney Plus, I would tell Disney to go and clean up a lot of that.
Oh,
because there's
most
scenes
definitely.
like when we're in the cave and the spiders. You could see the strings on the spiders in Caravan of Courage.
And those things are so fake.
Yeah, but back then,
that's all they could have, though. They
well,
didn't have anything
you
animatronic back
couldn't.
then.
Well, it wasn't all CGI. Everything was
No.
live.
Yeah.
So they
live
had
back
those
then.
strings, and they could. Now it's a real quick fix. They could just back then they couldn't just draw things out like with CGI. They didn't have it back then.
Yeah.
But if you guys ever do release the movie and put it on Blu-ray, I advise you to clean it up.
Very much.
Some of the continuity stuff there.
It's a great movie, though. I mean, both of them are actually great.
They're good for what they were made for.
Yeah,
They're
that's
children's movies.
Definitely true.
So so let's talk about Star Trek Discovery, the latest episode that just came on board.
Oh yeah.
So
Really good.
Yeah. So in the latest episode of Discovery,
We should start the one we missed last week, and then get into the new one.
no, I just want to talk about the new ones.
Okay.
Let's skip on all.
Okay. Nah, I hate to
Yeah, it's okay.
Good parts.
So in Star Trek Discovery, on
yeah.
this week's episode, yeah, maybe they might do that. But the Jungle Cruise on Disney Plus.
I heard that. I heard they were going to do something like that.
Yeah, they might do that.
I heard there's a movie supposed to come out about it too.
No, there is. They made a movie called about
they
the Jungle
did?
Cruise. Yeah, and she's wondering if they're going to put it out on Disney Plus.
Well, that'd be great if they did. I don't think it's going to the theater.
Virginia says the strings are awesome. Well, yeah. So yeah, this last episode of Discovery, we're basically what we're finding out is Michael Burnham is getting closer to finding out why the burn happened. Oh,
Right.
let's give the official rating. At All for Sci-Fi, we have a rating system of 0 to 5 stars, 5 stars being the best. If it's 3 stars or lower, we don't recommend that you watch it or stream it. And Virginia says that they finished filming Jurassic Park 4.
Oh, they did.
Jurassic World 4. And she can't wait to see it. We can't wait either.
When's it coming
Love those
out?
movies. She doesn't know. She just says she just finished filming.
Probably next year.
So who knows with the way things are
I know the way things are going. It might be
So,
put on streaming.
we have a 0 to 5 star rating here, and of course 5 being best, 0 don't watch it. This episode of Star Trek Discovery, the latest episode, which I think is called Unification 3, I think is what it's called.
Something like that, yeah.
So I'm gonna give it 4.70 stars. That's the official rating. What do you give it?
I agree with you.
Stop it!
No, it's Thanksgiving.
Bap!
It's
Don't
Thanksgiving,
agree with
believe
me on everything.
Hey, keep it out of the bedroom, okay?
You mean keep it in the bedroom,
Yeah, keep it in the bedroom. Yeah,
not keep it out of the
Keep it off the
bedroom.
show. Dude.
So he agrees with me. It's 4.70. It's good, but it's not a 5-star rated.
No,
what I like
no.
though is I felt a lot of nostalgia in this particular episode, because in this episode, Michael Burnham is trying to figure out more about how the burn happened, and Tilly is helping Michael, and at the same time, Tilly is Captain Saru has offered Tilly to be the new number 1.
Right.
Acting
right.
in number 1. Wow, because he demoted Michael Burnham because of the thing she did in the prior episode, where
Right.
she took off without permission to go save her boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
So they're finding out that the burn, they thought that it happened all at one instantaneously.
Yeah.
That all the dilithium crystals and all the ships exploded all at the same time, and they're trying to figure out why that happened. But now Tilly is they're finding out, and they're discovering that you're smart, Dave. They're discovering that it happened at different points.
Yes.
Not all at the same time.
All in milliseconds.
Yeah, like 1/100th of a millisecond, and then the next one happened a millisecond later, or
Next
1/1,000,000th of
happened.
a. So they happen at different times, which means somebody, if it didn't all happen at the same time and was like the Big Bang, right? Like how the universe started, then if it didn't happen all at the same time, it had to, someone did it, caused this to happen.
Yeah.
So, and in discovering that, they find out that there was this network of satellites, an old thing that the Federation had, where they were to track everything in the galaxy. They were setting up all these satellites everywhere, and Michael goes to the Starfleet Admiral.
Again, Admirable. The Admirable show, put it that way.
She
not-
goes
it's not an
to
admiral.
the higher up and explains everything that Tilly and her are discovering, and no pun intended. She's asking about this satellite system. I don't remember the name of it. Like it's a number like D23 or something like that.
Right.
And he says there's a problem with that. The Vulcans were the ones that developed that system.
Right.
And they're no longer in the Federation. And she says, why? What happened? Well, he comes to find out that the Vulcans and the Romulans finally did get back together. They decided to put an end to all the planet's not called Vulcan anymore. It's
No.
called, what's it called? Let me look that up.
In.
It's a new name.
Yes.
They have a new name
New
of the
name
planet.
for 'em, yeah.
So keep talking about it while I look that up, Captain Mixter.
So yeah, it was definitely a good show. We've learned a lot about we're learning a lot more about the burn. That's for
They're
sure.
finding out more information.
More
yeah.
information and stuff like that. But she goes on there. She goes to Vulcan and meets her sister and her mother.
That's
who-
right.
Who were there also. And
Yeah, she was looking for her mom because
Right.
remember she was lost from her mom. She didn't know what happened to her.
Time, yeah.
Right.
So she finally found her mom because her mom helped her because she did not a crude act. She did an act that invoked everybody to come
Absolute
together.
candor.
Absolute candor.
No,
yeah.
her mother, it turns
Right.
out, joined the sect of Romulans that do absolute candor. She joined them. And
That's what her daughter was doing too,
so
which was good. I mean, it was definitely. And then they went. They had their mother and daughter talked, and then because she was going to help her, and the daughter told her what she didn't feel like she fits in and all this other stuff, and so she got this group of people, these head people, including the president of the Vulcan.
yeah, the new president.
The new president, that is.
It's not called Vulcan anymore.
No,
They have a new name
it's
now.
a new name, but they've been trying to get rid of all the hostilities over centuries, and finally come together. But this new,
the Quat Malat. She's a member. Her mother is now a member of the Quat Malat.
Right? So.
And it's called SB19 is the data she's trying to see.
That's what she's trying to find.
Right. And instead of it's not called it's called I found the name. It's called Navarre.
Navarre.
So
yeah.
now the Vulcan planet's called Navarre. Oh, Mike's already got it up there. Thank you, Mike. Yeah. So now it's
you
just
should
called.
know all about that, Mike, since you're, you should watch it all the time.
Yeah.
like we do.
So basically they go to Navarre, which is now used to be Vulcan.
Mm-hmm.
And she's trying to appeal to them, and she invokes this like centuries-old thing that she could get it from them.
Mm-hmm.
And the person that is going to be her advocate, I can't say the word.
Advocate.
There you go.
Her mother.
Her's her mother.
Yeah.
So she beams on board, and she's found her mother, which is a great little reunion.
But see, Michael Murray does not believe that the Vulcans actually started this whole thing. She believes that someone else did.
Because the Vulcans believe that they started all this.
Yeah.
They caused the burn.
Yeah. That's why they're out.
I know, Dave. English can be very difficult at times, especially if you got little problems with your pronunciation.
But that's true. At least I know some things about how to speak English. Not all the time.
Yeah, and it was great to see that the Romulans and what brought a tear to my eyes, guys, was when Leonard Nimoy makes an appearance.
Yes.
Because he's no longer here.
No.
That I cried when I saw Leonard Nimoy as Spock, and that alone is reason for you, Dave, to watch the last episode. That just so you could see Leonard Nimoy, and she's learning that it's because of Spock. He brought everybody together and unified.
Yeah, that's her brother, by the way.
Right. Well, we know it's her brother.
No, they don't know. Not everybody knows.
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good thing. I wonder if they paid Leonard Nimoy. I'm sure they paid royalties for it. You can't use the footage and not pay it.
Paying for it. Yeah.
Yeah, you would have to. I mean, he's definitely going to get.
His family will get the royalties, not him.
Well, no, that's what he said. He said family.
Yeah, because he's no longer around. He was a great actor, though.
I wonder how that works. That it goes to the estate, probably.
Yeah, his estate. Yeah.
Yeah, that just it was really an emotional thing for me because I remember Leonard Nimoy.
Who doesn't? I remember watching the original. I was born for everybody around here, and I watched the original Star Trek, not the reruns. I mean the original that came out in 1966.
Yeah.
On TV, prime time. On TV, it ran for. I was sad when it quit.
You're funny. No, I don't talk like Mace. That Mace was a character, and yeah, no, he wasn't the Spock, and you could see a big difference when you see Leonard Nimoy, how Spock changed and became who he became. So anyway, we go through this whole process, and she's trying to get them to allow her to have all the data and all the information from SB19. And she realizes at the end it's tearing them apart. They're starting to fight. The Romulans are saying, give
Yeah.
it to her. The Vulcans say, no, don't. And it's starting a lot of conflict. So since she is a Vulcan citizen and she grew up on Vulcan, she retracts and withdraws her request.
Yep.
Because her planet's too important to her.
That's right.
What Spock did is too important to keep everybody together and not fight than her request to get this data.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the quest for knowledge that she wants to prove that somebody else was responsible for this all happening, not because the Vulcans really believe that they caused all this.
Yes, they did.
And that's the reason why they dropped out of the Federation. And
so she's trying to convince them that it was not their fault.
Right.
That's why she wanted the SB-19.
But she withdraws everything and says, I take that back. I don't need it. I'll find another way to figure this out. And because she did that, the president
Yes,
of Vulcan went to the mother and gave her the information.
Right.
So at the end, she got her way anyway and she was saying how happy she was she got to meet the sister of Spock and wondered if Spock became the great man that he did because of his sister. So that was kind of a neat thing. It was
I don't think so, because I think Spock was a little older than her.
No, I think she was older than him, if I remember correctly. We're looking at the flashbacks. She seemed to be older. Anyway, so...
And she's got to be old then.
Well,
She's had to be 930 years old.
Yeah, she was a lot older than him, but that's okay.
They actually live a long life.
She's not. They do live a long life, and she wouldn't because she's human, but she was a lot older. She was like the older sister. Okay, so and even Mike's saying, yeah, no, she's his older sister. Yeah, Vulcans live long lives, that's for sure. But Michael Burnham isn't 9,000 years old. She traveled to the future.
Yeah, well, she traveled in the future, so.
So everybody else she knew is long gone, except for her mother who traveled to the future too. So she's lucky. So yeah, there you go. 4.70 stars, and it's well deserved. I thought it was great.
It was.
But let's.
Great show.
You ready for the Mandalorian?
Oh, I'm always ready for the Mandalorian.
Wow, guys.
We're gonna do both of them, or we're just gonna do one?
Well, okay. You start talking about if you want to talk about the one before. Let's talk about Chapter 12 then. Let's start with Chapter 12.
Chapter 12 was great. Of course, we give our ratings for
at all for sci-fi. Go ahead. Tell me about the rating system.
Anything 3 and above to 5-star is worth watching. Anything below 3-star is not worth watching or streaming. It's a waste of time. But it also depends on the person too. If they want to see it. If not, it's okay.
Well, of course, it's your choice to watch whatever you want to watch.
Whatever you want to watch. We just want to give our own ratings for it. So anyway, I'll say a little bit about it if I can remember it.
Well, you can't remember it?
I can't remember half the stuff. I know it's the one. It's better than this one.
I'll tell you what. That episode. Let's go ahead and talk about it. As he mentioned, we have 0 to 5 stars, 5 being the best. Episode 12 of The Mandalorian gets 5 stars.
Yes, definitely. I will agree on that one.
So, you agree with me again?
Of course I do. If I give it a 5.5, I would.
And it's the very first 5-star rating we've given this season, by the way.
Yes, it is.
Yep. It's the very first 5 season. One. Yes, Dave, I gave it 5 stars.
Yes, Dave, we gave it 5 stars. You kind of chewed us out last year because we were doing too much, giving too many 5 stars out. But a lot of it was well worth it.
Well, I mean, one of the things, it's the best episode since the pilot. I think it is. To me, this was the best episode since the very first pilot episode. Yes. And it's definitely one of the best seasons. I think it's better than even the last episode, which we're going to talk about.
Yes.
This episode was called The Siege, and it was directed by who?
Ron Howard's daughter.
Yep, Bryce Howard.
Bryce Howard.
Dallas Howard directed this, and she did a great job. And it brought our favorite character, Bo-Katan, and the other Mandalorian.
It had a female touch, this one, too. This episode.
Well, that's not why it got 5 stars. It got 5 stars because
5 stars. It was better than that.
It was the reason why it got 5 stars. It was great
great
on every level.
Acting,
one of the things I've talked about in the last couple weeks when we've been reviewing, and what have I been complaining about the Mandalorian the last couple weeks?
Oh, everything.
No. No.
Directing.
That's not what I've been complaining about.
Or the writing.
Right. what I've been complaining about is there's not been enough action.
That's true.
There's always one quick action scene.
Yeah.
Great storytelling all the way,
All the way
every
through.
way. Even the episode that had
all the spiders.
had the guy who played Grief Karga who directed it. He did a great job too.
Yes,
It was so obvious that episode was directed by an actor.
Yes.
And we talked about that earlier, so I'm not going to get into that episode, but it had more action. And one of the things I've been asking for is don't just have a bunch of storytelling and have one quick little action scene.
Right.
I want to have more action. And we've even talked about that. I can't wait in the future when they get past this storytelling with the baby Yoda, the kid who has a name, by the way. I'm going to talk about it in the next episode. He's got a name now. How do you guys feel about that? Are you still going to call him Baby Yoda? Anyway, so we'll talk about that in the next episode. But episode 12, The Siege, gets 5 stars because it was great all the way through it.
Yes.
The action, the way it was set up. Mike says it's Baby Yoda forever. Yes, long live Baby Yoda. Okay.
That's right.
And it starts off with them finally making it with the frog lady. They finally make it home to the home world. Still calling it Baby Yoda because the other name sounds... Yeah, the other one does kind of sound like yogurt, right?
Yeah, it does, huh?
Yeah. Grogu.
Grogu?
Yeah. Like you're growing and then goo. Like, it's
grow.
nasty. Like Grogu. That's how you say his name. So
But
now we said his name.
That's right.
I was going to wait until we talk about the next episode,
really.
but everybody's talking about it in the chat, so let's... Okay, so it starts off, they finally get to Corvus.
Right.
And no, it's not Corvus is we're at the next time.
That was the next one.
Yeah. No, this is Corvus. This is Corvus. I am correct. I'm thinking, I'm acting like Captain Rickster.
That's nothing new.
Yeah. So they finally make it to where they need to drop off the frog lady to her husband. And the scenes were emotional with her and the husband. It was great.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
The scenes they had, the music was just phenomenal.
Perfect.
I really like what Ludwig is doing in these episodes. It's great.
Yes, definitely.
So, so basically, you get Bo-Katan showing up, and they ended up I remember that they go to try to find another Mandalorian, and they're tricked. And someone pointed out too. I think that the shopkeeper, the person at the bar, I think that he was in on it the whole time.
I do too.
Because
I really do.
The more that I watched it later, and after I watched it 3 or 4 times, I noticed that he's talking about Beskar when he's telling them about the Mandalorians, looking for other Mandalorians. He brings up Beskar and all of their stuff. So I think that was a signal. He was telling them, go get the Beskar from this guy, because later he tells them I could find a Mandalorian and it's going to cost them, and they leave to go on the ship. And also, is that the first time we've ever seen a ship in the Star Wars universe?
Yes, it is. Very first
You think so?
Yeah.
Does anybody remember a ship ever in the Star Wars universe?
Of that size.
Yeah.
Or
anything out water? Is this the first time we've ever had something like that?
I think it is.
Mike says only in the comics. Okay.
Oh, in the comics. Oh, that's good.
Okay, so they basically they hitch a ride with this guy who's going to show them where and it turns out he tries to get the Mandalorian and the baby to look at them feeding this creature, and he ends up hitting the baby, knocking him in there, and then the creature eats the baby, and it's like, my heart stopped for a second.
I know.
What happened to the poor baby? And of course, Daddy Mando jumps in there, goes after him, and he's trying to breathe and come up and breathe, and they're trying to stab him with the knives and everything, and then suddenly three Mandalorians land, and they save the day.
Yep.
Right.
Actually, they saved his neck twice.
Right. Well, yeah, the baby was inside the little eggshell thing. Yeah. So, which, by the way, I think I haven't seen it. They got damaged.
Oh yeah,
it got so damaged.
Yeah, you did get damaged on last episode.
Yeah.
So yeah, because I remember them ripping one panel off that thing.
Yeah, the pram. Yeah,
it's
it's destroyed, so you don't see it any longer after this. It was great to see. You saw your favorite wrestler.
Oh yeah,
lady.
Yeah. Sarah Banks was there.
Yeah, Mercedes is her name. It's not,
yeah. Well, her real name is Mercedes. Yes.
Yeah.
But her acting name is Sarah Banks.
You mean a wrestling name?
That's her wrestling name, yeah.
Her acting name, she went by Mercedes in the credits.
That's right.
She didn't go by that name.
Yeah, her real name, yeah, Mercedes.
So she was not Sabine, everybody.
No, she was not.
All the speculation was that she was playing Sabine. They actually gave her character a name. I don't remember it right now, but her character has a name. She's not playing Sabine.
Nope.
And of course, Katie Sackhoff as Bo-Katan.
A funny part of the whole thing, she says she just knows she's playing. She's in any more of the episodes.
Well, she just Mercedes Sasha Banks just said on Twitter she's not in any of the other episodes the rest of the season, so we know she's not coming back.
Yeah.
We don't know if Bo-Katan's coming back
Right.
though, but her character probably not because they were together, right?
Yeah, she's hoping to come back in season 3.
Yeah, well, from what I understand, even the guy who plays Moff Gideon, he said that most of his stuff is not going to happen this season.
Right.
He's going to be in season 3.
Yeah.
Guys, one more season of this, and let's move on, please. Let's not drag this into 3 seasons about the baby. I love the baby. I love this baby. I buy everything with the baby. But let's move on after this, guys.
Yeah.
And
leave the baby behind and keep on going with the Mandalorian story.
Yeah, I want to see more of the getting the Western feel. And in the next episode, there was a scene that kind of reminded me of a Clint Eastwood movie.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that in the last episode.
Yeah,
I'll point it out in a minute here.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the Mandalorians come to the rescue, and but they need Mandalorians' help.
Yes.
Because they want to hijack a shipment of their own weapons that they stole from them.
Yep.
Apparently, the Empire is using this to traffic all the weapons that they got in the Siege of Mandalore. From Mandalore, and Bo-Katan wants to get all of it back, but she knows that Moff Gideon has the Darksaber, or she thinks he does.
Right.
And it's kind of confirmed later when she was with the commander guy, and he said, you already know the answer then. But of course she does. That's hers. That Darksaber is hers, man.
Always was hers.
Belongs to her, and with it she could go back and become the Queen of Mandalore. So which would be great. So it was great to see these characters come back. The Mandalorian says he agrees to if Bo-Katan could help him, lead him to a Jedi to help the kid, he's going to go ahead and help them. So they go on the mission. They attack the ship as it's taken off. Great scenes, man. The action all the way through this.
There was a lot of action in that one.
Yeah, how many stormtroopers did they kill?
A lot.
It's like, wow. I didn't think the ship had that many on there,
Well,
but they just kept coming and kept coming.
They were coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah, it's like, hello.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. I love that ship. I love the Imperial ship. I did too, Mike.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, even they showed a ship with Moff Gideon in it, too.
Well, no, that's later. Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
much later, but they did actually show a ship with him in it, too.
Dave says the stormtroopers shot too accurate to be canon. Well, I mean, even one of the Mandalorians talk about how they're not worried about how many stormtroopers there are on there because they can't even shoot a bantha. Yeah. Their aim is so bad. He makes a comment when they're like talking about it and are sitting on the Razor Crest before they do their mission.
That was funny.
But so at one point he makes a call, the commander of the ship, and we get to see for the first time this season, we get to see Moff Gideon.
Yeah.
And he says, once he finds out that they've taken too much of the ship, he says, you know what you need to do. And he says, long live the Empire. And of course, he knows what he needs to do. Long live the Empire. So he shoots the guys in front of him, and he takes his ship, and it starts it on a nosedive because he's just going to take them all out. And there were the scenes, all the scenes in it. The one point when the guys are saying there's like 10 or 20 people or whatever, and he goes, no. And the guy's looking at it, and he goes, there's only 4 of them there. It's like, but they're Mandalorians.
Mandalorians.
So 4 Mandalorians equals 10 people, I guess, or 20 people.
Yep. You got that right.
So they and then at one point they're pinned down, and of course, you know how wonderful and courageous the Mandalorian is. He takes on a bunch of hits and goes after them and throws the bombs and blows it up so they could get there. And just in the nick of time, him and Sasha Banks' character pulls up the ship, and they just barely make it.
Yep, that's right.
Barely make it. Don't hit the water. So she's great. So Bo-Katan is grateful, and she utters the words that we all wanted to hear. That we all knew was going to happen. She tells him to go to the forest planet where he could meet Ahsoka Tano, the Jedi, Ahsoka Tano, and say Bo-Katan sent you. Right. So he gets the word.
Remember also in this episode too is they took off their helmets.
Oh, we didn't talk about that, but he didn't think that they were Mandalorians because he gets a wake-up call, and we find out that, she sends him to Corvus. I know, she sends him to Corvus. We said this planet was Corvus. We're wrong.
We're wrong, yeah. Corvus is next.
The forest planet. So,
yes, there was a wake-up call.
There was a wake-up call, and what we found out was the way the Mandalorian's belief is like the religious zealots of the past, that he's doing the old ways, that they no longer follow that way of the Mandalore, and they take their helmets off.
Yep. So it makes me wonder, and maybe one of you guys could chime in. Do you think that Din Djarin's going to grow? And he's going to learn different ways, and he's finally going to start taking his helmet off more? Do you think that they're setting us up for that? And are they setting us up for that because Pedro Pascal was upset that his face is not being seen? Yeah, I'm wondering that too.
You wonder if they're writing us in because of Pedro Pascal?
Yeah, I'm wondering also. Because Pascal walked off the set.
I heard the rumor that he's getting tired of wearing the mask. So maybe they're writing us in. And storytelling needs to go somewhere, so that's okay. Yeah. Whether or not the actor himself, Pedro, caused them to do it, or later they would have discovered it, it needs to go somewhere. So it's great if his character grows and learns more and decides to, because, Virginia might think he's a great-looking dude. My wife might think he's great-looking, so maybe they want to see him.
They want to see one of us in there.
Maybe you think he's great-looking.
Come again now?
I heard you said you liked him.
Yeah, right. He's the man out of the gutter. He's man out of the gutter again, people.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he is a great actor.
Yes.
I've seen him in a lot of movies. He is a very good actor. And
he is.
Yeah. Oh, I blush over everything.
You got that.
I turn red over everything.
Oh, you haven't seen.
I'm like the worst. I'm the guy you would. I'm the person that should never play poker.
Oh yeah,
because I have no poker face.
That's definitely true.
And if there's any secret that you don't want to be a secret, tell me so I can tell everybody
else. Yes.
Because I got a big mouth.
If you know the color of what a beet looks like. Well, look.
Yes, I do have a man crush on Pedro. No.
Three more shades of that, and you'll see what he looks like when he turns red.
Yeah.
I mean, he really turns red. I mean, even the up here gets red.
Yeah. So that was funny.
I think it was great.
Okay, so we know you like him secretly.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. No, I mean that I blush easily. Yeah, go ahead and freeze frame it and take pictures.
Oh yeah, and then put it on the internet.
Yeah,
it might go viral.
Yeah, you never know, right? The original mace, it turns red as these boxes behind us.
You got that right.
Yeah, no. So I think that's great, and I think that I hope they move forward in that direction. So he got that big wake up call that his ways are the old ways, and maybe there is another way. There's another gentleman, he sometimes watches our show. His name is Din, too. He's a singer.
Oh, yeah.
But his name happens to be Din as well. If you ever see this, Din, I'm going to quote you now. On Facebook, Din was talking about how he doesn't like the way the Mandalorian's going because this is the way. There is no way. Like, if you go back and you look at the great martial artists like not Bruce Willis.
Bruce Lee, not Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis? Where did he come into this? He knows the way.
Yeah, he does.
Now look how ready he is now. Put a freeze frame. Take a picture.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
it's getting hot in here.
Woo, yeah.
Okay.
Getting
Bruce Lee.
And he's steaming.
Yeah, Bruce. It is hot in here. Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee is quoted as telling everybody to flow like water,
That's right.
and there is no way. You need to have more than one way.
Uh-huh.
So Den doesn't like that part of the Mandalorian. And I agree with him.
I agree with him on that one too.
So there's a shout out to you, Den. The other Den.
Another Den, yes.
So okay. So we get to hear the words about that, and then he gets in the ship. Before he does that, the way the Mon Calamari put his ship together.
Oh yeah.
Ay. The ship's like falling apart. And
everything else.
and this other squid creature tries to come at the kid and sees all 8 or 10 or 12 of them, and he hits them and kills them, and then the baby, of course, eats it because he eats everything.
That's true.
So,
yeah,
and they take off to go try to find, Ahsoka.
Mm-hmm.
So,
At least he's not eating no frog eggs.
it's true.
Oh, we missed the part though when he left the kid there.
Right.
One of the baby's hatched. One of the baby's eggs hatched.
That's true. And did you think the baby was going to eat the little frog?
No, he
child?
was actually petting the little frog.
Yeah, I think he liked the
Yeah, I like the frog, and he got upset when he had to leave. He wasn't happy on that part.
Yeah.
But that was really a great episode.
It was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they actually had to set back down again so you can get the ship actually put back together again, because they didn't even do it right that time. So. Oh,
and of course, the baby steals the show as always.
Yeah, he definitely stole that show. Wow, did he ever? Yeah, he's a little cutie pie, that's for sure.
I just realized that we jumped from that was 2 episodes ago.
Really?
Yeah, we're talking about a show that was 2 episodes ago.
Oh wow!
We started off talking about the siege, and then we went and talked about Bo-Katan again.
Uh-huh.
We had actually already talked. Geez, we're just awake, aren't we today?
Yeah, really, right. You know, we missed a week, so we're a little off.
Yeah, we got to come back every week and not miss a week in between.
You got that right.
The last episode is the siege, which does not get 5 stars.
No, by the way, no.
That other one gets 5 stars, which is the one before that.
Which one was before that one?
Let me see what the name of it. That one gets 12 stars. Chapter
12 stars, huh?
12 stars, yeah. Yeah, the Heiress.
And we talked about the heiress once before.
That's what we just were talking about. The
yes,
entire time we're talking
the
about.
heiress.
We're talking about. Anyway, that one got 5 stars.
Yes.
The Siege does not get 5 stars.
No.
Yeah.
Which one was the siege?
The Siege, we're going to talk about it. I remember it.
The next
I've
one.
seen all these only 5 times, yet I can't remember anything. What are you rubbing off on me, Captain Rickster?
Got that part right.
I got to stop hanging out with this dude.
Oh, no.
Okay, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about the Siege. The Siege is where he has to get his shit on their way to go to Corvus. He needs to get repairs because he can't make it all the way. Remember how we talked about this in the prior? About, I bet you Ahsoka Tano's not coming in the next one, and she didn't.
She didn't.
Because the Siege comes in between. Did we come back yet?
Oh,
we're live.
live.
Okay,
All
sorry
right.
about that, guys. If you're still here, can you see us?
I hope so.
That was a transmission that was interrupted by God.
That's right.
So the Siege is where they go back to the planet. And they're back with Cara Dune and everything because he needs to get he needs to get everything set up.
Ship fixed.
Right.
Because they didn't fix it at all. It was a piece of bucket, even when it shot off into hyperspace.
That's right.
Pieces of the plane pieces of the ship was coming off.
Right. So they go back. They go back to where all this stuff started, and they find in order to get go back to Navarro. In order to get the ship repaired, they're going to have some time there. So Cara Dune and Greef Karga have a mission that they want to do to clean up the last remnants of the stormtroopers that are there. And they think that there's just hardly any of them there. It's just a small outpost that's left over, and they'll quickly go in there and they're going to basically destroy it because they're going to turn off the cooling thing that stops the volcanic stuff from burning it up, and they'll destroy it and be done.
Right.
Quick little mission, and they drop the child off to the school. Okay, let's go ahead and give it the official rating. Of course, our ratings are 0 to 5 stars like we've talked about before. This particular episode, I'm going to give it 4.7 stars. What do you give it?
I'm going to give it 4.75 stars.
He didn't agree with me. Thank you. Captain Rickster likes it a little bit better than me. Why?
Why? Because the kid stole the show. That's one reason why.
Okay, that's right. He did steal it.
Plus, he took those cookies from that mean kid.
Yeah, he did. We're just going to talk about it. Yeah, the mean kid.
Mean kid. Yeah, he was a great actor. That kid was a great actor, though.
That kid's going to have something. Whoever played the kid at the school with the cookies,
yeah,
he's going to have something to talk about
for a long time.
Right. Changing the show from the man to the Baby Yoda's a thief. That's true. Yeah, because the kid said no to him, and then he just used the Force
and got it.
And got the cookies himself. And what's the kid going to do? Cute little Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Cute little...
Beat him up.
Cute little Grogu. That sounds like yogurt.
Yeah. Little kid's gonna get beat up.
So they drop the child off, and then they have that cute scene where he sees the cookies and wants them, and the kid doesn't give them, and he steals them. So the macaroons did look delicious.
Yes, they did.
They did. They had this. Of course, they came from the Star Wars universe, so they had this really. Of course, like you have blue milk, you got to have blue macaroons.
Yeah.
Blue cookies with blue. I wonder if they taste good with blue milk.
We'll see one day.
Yeah.
If Disneyland ever decides to open up again.
And do you think when Disneyland opens up again and Galaxy's Edge opens up again, they're going to have those blue macaroons there? Do you think?
Oh, those would be nice.
And it's served it with the blue milk?
That'd be better.
Or they have green ones too?
Yeah, we can
green ones with green milk.
Dump in our milk while we eat.
Oh yeah. That would be great. So Disney, take notice. Make sure you make those available at Galaxy's Edge.
Blue and green.
Yep.
Make sure there's no chocolate in me too.
Well, yeah, you got to do that. You got to be universal like that. Because Captain Rickster is allergic to chocolate.
That's right.
If you guys didn't know that, now you know. So if you want to kill him, just slip a little bit of chocolate in there. Or a little bit of coffee. You're allergic to coffee too, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So they go off on the mission. Isn't that terrible, Mike, that he's allergic to chocolate and coffee? The two greatest things in the universe?
They ain't that great.
Poor Captain Rickster.
I don't miss them. So they're not that great.
Yeah. So they go ahead and they start off on their mission. And they go there and Menthol's there.
Yeah, Menthol's
They run
there.
into Menthol and he, of course, he gets so scared at seeing a Mandalorian, stuff starts shooting out of him.
Yeah.
So
All this
and we learned that the bounty that he was a bounty that Grief Karga put on his head. We didn't know that. And now Grief Karga needs to let Carl Weathers needs to let him work it off. It's going to take him like 300 years or something like that to work.
Like that, yeah.
So they take him on the mission with them. He has his speeder. He has a speeder. So they go off on the mission, and so we're learning a lot in this episode about things we didn't know. And by the way, this episode was directed by Carl Weathers.
Right.
And we were talking about that earlier. It really shows that this episode was directed by an actor.
Yes.
Because if you notice that in between the scenes in between the scenes when people weren't talking and those silent moments, the actors had moments where they'll see Cara at the end that Cara Dune had that really emotional thing where they were showing they were talking about Alderaan, and the captain says, "Did you lose him?" And she says, "I lost everybody." And then he puts down the New Republic symbol thing there, and she looks at it, and she has this emotional moment. There were moments like that all the way through the episode, what I call emotional moments, where you get to see the actor act a little bit.
Right.
Which is only something an actor's director would do, or someone who is an actor.
Yep.
So, bravo. way to go, Jon Favreau. I'm glad you kept your promise to Carl Weathers and you let him direct an episode of... And I think he should do more.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Carl Weathers direct more episodes.
Because Carl Weathers said if he doesn't direct anything, he ain't coming back.
It's okay. He did a good job.
He did a great job. Yes, he did.
He did. So they're off on their mission to try to just get rid of this simple little base, but when they get there, they find out it's not nothing's ever a simple little thing in Star Wars.
What they say it is, no.
It's always some big thing that's going to happen and some twist or whatever. And the twist that they find out is they find out what was really going on with Moff Gideon and what he really wants to do using the child.
Yeah, the reason he wants the child, yeah.
And that is his blood has such a high midichlorian count, and they use the acronym like MD or M something, but they're talking about midichlorians. And because he's so small, they could only use so much of his blood. What's going on? M count is what he called it. You're right, Mike. Thank you, Mike. And so you're just calling it that's simpler than saying midichlorians. Right. Yet I can't pronounce certain words. I can say midichlorians.
Yeah, you can't pronounce admiral.
Right, or adjuvant. But I can say midichlorians.
Yeah.
Go figure.
It's even harder to say than those.
Oh, yeah, in my life. I'm going to blush again.
Yes.
Okay, so...
Why are you turning red?
I always turn red. It's just who I am. So I'm a white boy, and I turn red.
Like an Indian.
Yeah. So that we find out the secret, and so Dan is alarmed by that and wants to hurry back and get to the child because the child's life is in danger. So he takes off in his jetpack to get there faster. They're in the meantime trying to finish. Well, before that, they set off and they go on where the cooling system is and take it off, turn it off. Yeah. Before that, so that it starts getting too hot and it's going to destroy itself.
I like when they took that ship, that troop carrier.
Yes, they took the one you have. I'm jealous.
Yes, I know.
You have that troop carrier. So they took the troop carrier and when it went over the cliff and it smashed his speeder.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
All
when
upset. But the whole this episode had a lot of action in it too, just like the one prior. Yeah. So that's what I like about the last couple of episodes is they're up in the ante. Fighters too. Yes, the TIE fighters as well.
Fighters there too. Were there well also.
Yeah, they were shooting at them and it was great. All the action was great when they were like, and then right at the end, of course. Yeah. Right at the end, the Razor Crest comes in and helps them out and destroys the last two TIE fighters. And then I guess the ship is fixed now.
And he takes off.
So they were talking to him and he goes, "No, I gotta go. I gotta get to Corvus, get the child there." And of course, that's what happens. That episode ends, and now we're talking about a third show. Here we go. Episode 13, which is a great episode. It's called The Jedi.
Yep.
And it has, of course, Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka Tano.
Yep.
This episode, the mechanic. Oh, that's right. Right at the end, before they leave, we find that the mechanic put a tracker on the Razor Crest.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yes.
That's right. So we find that out, and I kind of had a hunch. The way they set it up is perfect in Star Wars.
They looked at everybody.
Yeah, they looked at it like something's wrong.
Something was coming up.
Right. So, and then we see Moff Gideon with all those death troopers.
Yep.
What is he going to do with that? What do you think? Is he going to try to bring back or is this the beginning? Someone said maybe he's going to, is this like the beginning of him developing Snoke?
Could be. The Snoke was already, no.
Snoke came later.
Yeah. A lot much later.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, they're now we're on to the latest episode, and let's go ahead and give the official All for Sci-Fi rating. And All for Sci-Fi, we have of course the rating 0 to 5 stars. Yes. Oh, I didn't notice that. Mike says they played the Snoke music when they were showing the clones there.
Really?
I didn't notice
that either. No.
That's a good catch. I have to watch it again.
Watch it again. Yeah.
So. We have, of course, a rating system is 0 to 5 stars, 5 being the highest. This particular episode, Chapter 13, the Jedi, gets... I can't give it 5 stars, guys, but I'm going to give it close. I'm going to say it gets 4.9 stars. It's that close to a 5-star to me.
You said close. Close would be 4.95.
Oh, no, 4.95. 9. You want to say 9.5? Is that yours?
Mine's 9.5, yes.
Okay, he's giving it 4.95. Dave gives it 5 stars. Okay.
Okay, Dave, that's good.
He gets it. He's going to give it 4.95. I'm going to give it 4.9.
I'm not going to give it 5 because it wasn't like the one we saw before I made it a 5, but
well, the very best episode of the season for me was the one where Bo-Katan was in it.
Yeah.
This one was close to that, really close for me. You know what? I'm gonna reserve the right to change it. I'm gonna go 4.95.
Okay.
I'm gonna agree with you.
Yeah, because Rosie Dawson did a great job.
Rosario Dawson did a great job as Ahsoka.
Ahsoka Tano, yeah.
For me, she's Ahsoka Tano now.
Yeah, she was great what she did.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Because how she can disappear and her lightsabers come up and she's using both lightsabers to cut down those creatures.
Well, the thing is I like Mandalorians and I like stormtroopers more than I like Jedis.
Well, true.
That's why, so yes, I agree with you. I think it was so close to a 5-star, Dave.
Yes.
But I respect why you give it 5 stars. I think I was reading online where someone said he thought that the action with the lightsabers was too clunky and it wasn't fast enough. Do you agree with that?
I agree with that part, yes.
He thought that she should have been faster.
She should have been faster with them instead of slow. They were just too slow for me, really. Because when you watch Luke Skywalker, when he was doing his thing, he was much more quicker.
Okay.
Not like they are doing in this one here. Even when Rey and Kylo were fighting each other, how fast they were doing their lightsaber
Dave says it's because of she's older.
Please give me a break.
And that's true. Maybe and a shark enthusiast says maybe because she just used it because she knows she didn't have to go faster.
True. But why show your age in a movie?
No, he's saying that she went slower because she didn't have to. One person says she did slower because she didn't have to go faster.
Of course, she wasn't fighting another person who had lightsabers.
So if she's facing a quicker enemy who has more training, she would have been faster. Is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Okay, I could see that. Maybe that's true.
Too, yeah, I can see that.
Maybe that's true. But it was great to see her in action. It was great to finally see a live action version of Ahsoka.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mike says maybe she just played it more cool because she's more mature and more skilled. Okay.
It could be, yes.
Okay.
Yes, you're right,
so,
Mike. You never know. I did like what Mike's mom did, though, in the movie. She was cool. Especially when she was fighting with that...
with the Beskar?
Beskar, yeah.
Sword.
And her and Ahsoka Tano both were fighting each other. That was actually a good scene.
Yes, it was a great scene. That was a great scene. I think it all was... I really love this episode, and that's why I just don't want to give it 5 stars. But 4.95 is close to it.
Close to it, yeah.
And we get to learn the baby's name.
Yes.
Which half the people here... Yogurt.
Yogurt.
Yeah.
Sounds like a yogurt, too, that we have out here already.
Yeah, so, I mean... that's his name, Grogu.
Grogu, yeah.
His name is Grogu. So let's... Groot, someone said.
Groot.
I am Groot.
It ain't Groot.
I am Grogu.
That's in Galaxies.
You notice how happy he was? That, Dave Filoni did a great job. He wrote and directed this episode. So he did a great job. And you could tell, to me, there was a lot of nuances that reminded me of George Lucas's directing. Mm-hmm. The way he approached the style of everything he did in this episode was very, very much like the original Star Wars, Star Wars-ish type of thing.
Right. I hope they bring back some of the other directors.
And every time, that's what he said too. That's what I was getting ready to say, Mike. Every time he heard his name, he seemed happy somebody knew his name.
Yeah.
He looked up like, me? Yeah, so he did seem happy. Yeah. And we got to learn a little bit about him. So apparently Grogu was there and was trained by other Jedis. Right. He was there at the Jedi Temple.
And he was stolen when the Empire fell.
Someone took him to save him.
Save his life.
Took him away. So, because he was just a youngling.
Well, he's not young. We don't know how old he is really.
He's in his
They
world.
say he's 50, but he might be older than that.
Well, I'm curious who took him to.
Yeah, definitely. We may find out in the next season, or
Right.
the next episode.
I don't think it was the Emperor. I think it was one of the
Jedi,
It was a Jedi definitely that took him.
because the Emperor didn't know where it
but-
was at.
Did you notice when Ahsoka said she's not going to train him? He's supposed to take Gogurt or whatever his name is. Supposed to take Grogu to the mountain where this Jedi temple is, and he's supposed to see if he's going to decide his fate, whether he calls to the Force or not. And then if another Jedi is near it and decides to take on it, who do you think that Jedi is going to be? I already think I know who it is.
And so do I.
I think it is going to be the Jedi that's going to show up. It's going to be Luke Skywalker.
For the simple fact is, remember, this is only 8 years after the Empire fell.
That's right. So Luke is still trying to get together a Jedi Academy and training. Mike says he hopes it's Ezra.
Oh, Ezra would be good.
Yeah,
Yes.
Ezra would be good.
Yes.
I think so, from Rebels.
Yeah. What about DJ? He was actually the last Jedi. DJ, which is Blight, Bighdt.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, it's one of the characters of Force Awakening.
I don't know who that is.
Well, you have him
I do.
in the 6-inch series, yes.
Okay.
Oh no, you don't. Me and you both don't have him.
Are you talking about the guy from Canto Bight? You're talking about that guy who played the smuggler? He's not a Jedi guy.
That's what it says on the thing.
No,
He's the last Jedi.
No, that's not that. DJ isn't a Jedi, dude.
We don't know what he is. I think he knows what he is, but it says that on the box. Goofy.
He just said
boy,
DJ was a Jedi. That's like as bad as us doing what we did earlier, acting like the latest episode was the one we did. But Cal Kestis would be great.
Yes,
that would be cool.
Cal Kestis would be good. Yes.
Well, that's the other thing too. Ahsoka Tano was talking about she sensed much fear in him.
Right, a lot of fear.
So yeah,
will he
go to the dark side?
That's why he's hung on. It's clung to the Mandalorian.
Well, it's like a father figure type of thing with those two, and she discovered that, and because of that, she says I can't train him.
Right.
He's too attached to you. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be interesting.
We'll see what happens.
Attachments leads to fear. Fear leads to suffering. The whole thing.
And we got only 2 more seasons, 2 more
That's right.
Episodes left.
Well, this is 5, so
3 more episodes.
3 more episodes. Unless they split one of them and do more than 8 this season.
Yeah.
I would like to have 10. Why 8?
Why 8? Just do 10.
Why don't we do a whole season and do 15? Well, it was 15, and before that it was 22. It was 24 at one point. What's going on, guys? Give us 24 episodes a season. Why not?
Yeah, really.
It's too hard to do 24. They can't do that.
It is hard to do 24 a week.
Yeah, it's true, Mike. What happened to Boba Fett, too? So.
Yeah, we still haven't figured out what happened to him yet either, because he was in earlier in season.
Or the assassin that was the bounty for that one guy in the Gunslinger episode. What happened? Was that Boba Fett who came there and got her last season?
And is she
still
alive
there?
and well, or is she a cripple?
There's a lot of unanswered. There's a lot of unanswered questions.
Yeah.
Which is great.
And I hope after they finish when they finish this season, they do what they did last season on season 1 when they went back and they talked about it all the.
He wants to see like a behind the scenes, like the gallery thing.
Yeah, the gallery thing again. That'd be great on this one. Just
I hope they do that too. That would be great.
And bring out actors and actresses who they can talk back and forth and all that stuff.
That's true.
That would be great.
True. Yeah. So, well, we got a lot of unanswered questions, but I know it was a great episode. Mike, your mother who played the magistrate was great as well.
Yeah, excellent. She's an excellent fighter too.
Excellent. Well, she was a martial artist, I think, in real life.
Oh, okay, cool.
As well. That's why when she did that stance, you could tell.
Yeah, you can tell
she was a martial artist.
Yeah.
So this was a great episode, guys. I can't be happier. We're living in great times. Look at all the sci-fi stuff we got.
Oh, yeah.
Not just Star Wars. We got Star Trek. We got all the Marvel stuff coming out. Just we're living in just unheard of times, and we all love sci-fi.
Oh, I heard something else too.
What?
In some news, they're thinking about streaming Black Widow.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think they should stream Black Widow.
I don't think so either because it's too much money.
Yeah, it's
made.
No, I heard that they moved it to like next year in
I know
May
they
or
moved to
something
next
like
year,
that.
but then I heard a rumor that I was reading a rumor saying
Yeah.
they might.
Yeah,
They're gonna
well,
do it, but
rumors
might-
are like a dime a dozen.
True,
you
but they
know.
might put it on stream.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Okay, for this is this year's trivia. This year's.
This year.
I started watching Raised by Wolves last night. It was so good. HBO Max. Okay.
HBO Max, yeah.
Well, talking about that, we know Wonder Woman's coming on
December
HBO
25th.
Max. So this is the prize for today's trivia question, and I know it. I mean, we're definitely all off today, so
No kidding.
hopefully next week we'll bring you more laughter
Yeah.
and be more off.
Way off.
Yeah. So this is so let's go ahead and ask a question, and we'll go ahead and wrap it up.
Mm-hmm.
So let me grab some pieces of paper so we could write everybody's name down that gets this trivia,
Right.
this question correctly.
I want to see you write down for a question.
What, you give me an idea then. This is my idea. What's your idea?
That's a good one. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So today's you just if you answer it correctly, the first 5 names that come up with the correct answer, we'll write your name down. You'll have a second chance, and we'll put it in Captain Rickster's hat. And if we draw your name, then you win this.
Death Maul speeder.
Yeah, Darth Maul's. It has Darth Maul on the speeder. It is from Hot Wheels, and this is this week's prize. Every week we're gonna start having prizes again, and then about once a month or once every couple months we're gonna have a big prize like that. That Baby Yoda Monopoly. Actually, we'll have a really big prize for like our Christmas episode.
Right.
So earlier today, and near the beginning of this, when we were talking about a DC a DC show, and we're talking about how that show is going to be released in movie theaters and streamed on HBO Max at the same time.
Right.
And it's the time it's going to happen is on Christmas. Please name the name of that movie that's coming out on Christmas and also on HBO Max at the same time. What's the name of the movie? And you got it. Only correct answers. Give away. You got to say the full name of the movie.
Right.
I'm going to give you some. I'm going to give everybody 1 minute to answer it.
I found
What?
some other news too.
What?
They're doing Suicide Squad.
Really? Suicide Squad 2. I heard about
Yeah,
that.
they're doing Suicide Squad
I heard about
too,
that.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
In fact, I heard they started filming it already because they got a couple of good people we know who are playing in it.
Okay. Great.
So.
Wasn't
The Rock's is going to be in it.
Oh wow. Wasn't our friend Dominic in one of those movies? Oh, he was just in something recently. Though.
Right, something recent. I don't remember.
It was no. It was the one. It was not Suicide. It was a character from the Suicide
Like,
Squad.
Yeah, you played the character, but I don't remember what it
That
was.
lady. What was her name? I can't remember. He was in that movie that just came out. She's a character, comic book character.
There's also another one coming out too. That I can't.
But Dominic Pace was in that.
Yeah.
Had a scene in that movie.
What?
Okay, let's go ahead and see if we got what answers we got. Let's see who we got. What we got. No, we had a few. Oh well, thank you, Dave. Mike says Wonder Woman 1984. Dave said Wonder Britches 2020. Okay, so the winner of today's Darth Maul speeder, we have one correct answer. And that goes to Mike. Congratulations, Mike. You've won the Darth Maul speeder. So we'll go ahead and send this out to you. Congratulations. Yep. Way to go. The correct answer was Wonder Woman 1984. So we got the one correct answer. So we'll go ahead and get this out to you next week. So you should have it before...
Christmas?
No. You'll have it before we are on next week's show.
Oh,
So.
yeah. We pray that happens.
No, it will happen. We're less busy now, so we have
True,
more time.
true, we have a
So
little more time.
We were
That's
starting a
right.
business, remember?
Yeah.
In the
well,
midst
yeah,
of all
fine.
that.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Mike.
Yes, Mike.
It's a cool Hot Wheel, so we'll get that out to you. And we're going to be back next week, guys, and talking more Mandalorian, and we'll see where this goes. I don't think that they're going to bring... I think on his way to take Grogu to the Jedi Temple, I don't think he's going to get there in the next episode.
No.
I think it's going to take
Couple episodes.
1 or 2 to get there.
I think Moff Gideon's coming back in one of them.
Of course.
Just for a brief...
But I don't think that... Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda dance.
Someone just gave $3 in the super chat.
All right.
And when that happens, the baby does his magic hand dance. So,
That's right.
because he can dance. Here we go. Ready?
He can definitely dance.
Shoo. It's the Baby Yoda dance. Here he comes. Do the magic hand dance, 'cause I can't dance. Magic hand dance. Magic hand dance, oh yeah, 'cause I can't dance. Yeah, magic hand dance. I'm Grogu. No, I'm not yogurt. I'm going to use the force on you. Oh, do the magic hand. The moonwalk.
We saw Michael Jackson in this.
Because I can't dance. Woo, yeah. I'm Grogu. Horse choke. He's choking him.
Anyway. Next.
Ooh, sometimes he's evil.
Yes, he is, that little kid. Man, he needs to be spanked.
Yeah, he's doing the force choke.
Just like Daddy needs to be spanked. Oh.
Yeah, we need to get some green slime. Yeah. Okay, so we'll be back next week. Guys, I do not think they're going to make it to that Jedi Temple.
No, I don't think so either.
Just like I said that Ahsoka Tano they had the siege in between it, and then we had a week off, so we were doing 3 different shows.
Yeah, 3 different shows. I couldn't believe it.
But next week we'll be back. We'll see what adventures Grogu and Din Djarin get into.
Yep.
In the meantime, we also got Star Trek Discovery happening. Some great stuff with that. This next week's episode looks great, too, on that one.
Oh, yes, it does.
And whatever else sci-fi that comes aboard, if you guys have any suggestions, please, in the comments below, if you guys want us to review anything that's coming out sci-fi-wise on Netflix or streaming or anything like that, just give us some suggestions and we take them. Any other suggestions to make the show better? Keep in mind, too, that when you guys give money in a super chat, thank you very much, Mike, for doing that.
Yes.
When you do that, we put the money back into the channel so we can keep giving away the free gifts and make the channel better. So we thank you very much for that, Mike. Thank you, guys. Please, guys, remember this. Put the masks on.
Wear the mask. Wear gloves when you go out or go into a building.
Wash, since I have a Midwest
when you get back
accent.
home. Wash.
Yeah, wash.
Again. His Middle East, his Midwestern.
That's my Midwest accent. I
Yeah.
say wash.
It's wash.
But,
Wash your hands. Stay healthy.
guys,
Stay
this
out
is
of
getting
crowds.
very serious. Guys, we gotta love each other. Be nice to each other. Let's get rid of this COVID. I know that we got this vaccine coming, but that's still a year away before most of us get it. So let's also do something nice this week. Do an act of kindness that you do. It'll make somebody's day brighter.
Mm-hmm.
They may do an act of kindness to somebody else.
Yep.
So and I see all the suggestions coming in. So later I'm going to go ahead and review those.
Mm-hmm.
Rick and I will look at the suggestions you gave us. Thank you guys for that.
Yep.
So we'll check those out and maybe talk about that on future episodes.
Yeah. Never know.
But again, guys, stay safe. Remember to be kind to each other. Do an act of kindness to somebody. May the force be with all of you. Live long and prosper. May God bless all of you.
Yes. Be safe. Have a great week. We're going to see you back this next weekend. And enjoy life. Peace on earth.
And guys, continue to pray for fellow members out there, like Virginia and her family. There is a GoFundMe page that's out there. We'll go ahead and post links to that in this video and on the Facebook pages. Please help Virginia. It's very expensive. The medical expenses are they cost a lot of money when you go to the hospital. And any little bit that you give to help her family pay for those medical expenses because she lost her father to COVID, but you great. Thank you guys. Take care. See you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.